What's good, everyone? We are 12 days out. 12 days out to the wedding. Oh my goodness, like, now, like, I swear I say every video, now it's hit me, but, well, I don't know if you can see me, if it's how dark I am, or with the light, but I know every video I talk about, like, I'm so excited, but waking up knowing that it's 12 days, like less than 2 weeks to the wedding, yeah, now I get those, like, nervous, I have that nervous energy now, especially, like, I finalized my vows not that long ago. Yeah, it's hitting me now, but it's so special. Like today, for example, we went, me and my fiance, her brother, his partner, my fiance's maid of honor, we went to my parents' place, and we were just, you know, it was like a pre-wedding kind of thing, because I've got a Greek background, so we were practicing some Greek dancing, and yeah, it's really cool. It's really special. So anyway, I will put some clips here. This is how I'm looking. These clips were taken 2 days ago. Yeah, no, 2 days ago. These clips were taken 2 days ago. So this is how I'm looking. This is my progress. So with 2 weeks ago, I'll be honest, even this look I've got here, I don't know how much more leaner I really want to get, right? Like, any more leaner, I'm working towards, honestly, I'm at that stage now with my physique that I'm getting closer to a competition ready kind of look, and I don't really want to get the competition state, you know, that's not my goal. I'm not trying to get into a competition physique, so I'm pretty happy with how I'm looking. I honestly feel like if the wedding was tomorrow, I'm ready. I've done it. Like, I've come down to a physique that I'm really happy with. I look, yeah, it's a low enough body fat percentage that I'm happy with, where I'm still functioning, in the sense of, you know, I don't have fatigue. Am I as strong as the gym with my weights? No. Am I maybe, are there some workouts where I'm fatiguing compared to others? Yes, but I've had some really good workouts too. So there's been a bit of a mix. So, you know, my ability to engage in day-to-day routines, you know, my sex drive, all that has been no problems at all. So really happy that I've been able to, like, transform my body, but not to the point where I'm, you know, my mental health, my physical health is being, you know, jeopardized. So that's a real positive. So I'm really happy where I'm at, and I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing, which is essentially I'm eating 2,600 calories. I'm doing about 30 to 60 minutes of cardio. Not every day, I'm not gonna lie and do that, but I am trying to do it as frequently as possible, where my cardio is zone 2 cardio for about 30 to 60 minutes. Yeah, this is good lighting here. I wonder if I can just sit my ass here if anyone comes. Or can I turn this way? Let's have a look. Yeah, you can see me okay. Let's do this. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, so honestly, with the wedding now 2 weeks away, I'm pretty happy with where I'm looking. I'm just gonna maintain what I'm doing. I'm gonna keep doing my cardio. I'm not gonna, I might increase the intensity in the sense of how high the incline is and the speed, because I've been doing my cardio for a frequent amount of time now. I'm actually, my cardiovascular system has improved. I'm not feeling as fatigued on a certain incline at a certain speed. So I might increase that up. So that might increase the intensity, which might help me lean that little bit more, right? Because I'm actually able to do the same amount of time, but I can do it at a more intense level. So of course, naturally, that's going to help you lean down, right? So I might do that, but honestly, I'm ready. I feel like I've done what I wanted to achieve, and I can tell, like, even as I look in the camera, I said this last one of my other videos, like, I can really feel it in my face that I've lost, you know, a certain amount of weight. I haven't been weighing myself. I don't look at scales. I look at myself in the mirror, and how I think I'm, you know, if I'm happy with how I'm tracking, or if I look in the mirror, I'm like, wow, I've really shrunk down in the last week. I've probably dropped my calories too much, or there's a little bit of intuition that I've used more with this preparation for my wedding, because I'm not thinking I need to get into a weight category. I'm just kind of, you know, rocking up at my wedding day wanting to look a certain way. So I haven't looked at the scale not once, if I'm being honest. I know my starting weight, but I have no idea what my weight has been since starting this goal, this preparation. So anyway, just a bit of a life update that, yeah, wedding's less than 2 weeks away. This video, what I'm going to be focusing on, I'm doing some legs, because my last video, I was watching back and looking at my squat form and I wasn't happy with it at all. I was really hunching over, and I really much preach, you know, form. I try my best to really maintain correct form and to do exercises properly. And that belted squat, I wasn't happy with. So I've done a few leg sessions since that one, but I want to record just my belted squats, give you guys some tips how you can perform the belted squat, and maybe learn from my mistakes so that way you can do it efficiently. So I hope you've been on track of your goals. I hope you've been doing what you need to do to work towards your goals, whatever that is, you know. Yeah, hope you're staying motivated with that. So anyway, and I forgot to do my check-in, the last natty. Forgot to check in, the last natty. So anyway, guys, let's go hit some belted squats and I'll give you some tips on how you can do that for yourself. Let's go. Okay, so I always make sure when it comes to squatting, whatever type of squatting you're doing, even if you're doing a hack squat where you have less stabilizers involved, I still believe it's so important that you warm up correctly. So I will always do exercises that wake up my glutes and wake up my core, because for a lot of people, we sit a lot. We're always sitting in flexion. Our hips are flexed, we're bent over, our core is switched off, and our glutes are switched off. And those two muscle groups are really important when doing a squat, especially a belted squat. I'm really focusing on keeping my back straight, right? If your body's twisting and your back's turning, you're not engaging your core well enough. You have to really focus on that deep breath and create that internal pressure throughout your trunk, because that's going to be very similar to what you do when you squat. So it's really important to really focus on internal pressure through the trunk and keeping your back straight. That's how you're going to really do those pre-activation exercises that you can see I'm doing correctly. So with the belted squat, three things that I think are going to be really important, that have been really helping with me fix my form compared to my previous leg workout. So one thing I really focused on was my feet position. So I believe my feet were a little bit too far back on the pad, and because of that, it made it a little bit harder for me to keep myself upright. So all I simply did was I just moved my feet forward. It's going to be really important when doing the belted squat, you play around where your feet position goes. So you need to, you know, take a few steps forward, do a couple of squats, see how that feels. Can you keep yourself upright? Take a few steps back. Does that feel a little bit better? Because we've all got different limb lengths and our bodies are all different. So biomechanically, you have to work out what works best for you. And I worked out that my legs, I was stepping too far further away towards the end of the platform, which I think that made it much harder for me. So my feet position. Coming back to my feet position, I make sure that I think I have a tripod stance. I think I put all my weight in my big toe, all my weight in my little toe, and my heel. And I put weight like almost like a triangle, distributed evenly, and I make sure keeping that distributed weight helps me be in a more stable position. At the same time, when I'm thinking about my feet position, I'm thinking about externally pushing my knees out. So I'm making sure my knees aren't collapsing. I'm pushing my knees out so my knees are tracking over my toes. That's going to really, external rotation of the knees is going to make sure those glutes are on. We've done all that pre-activation exercises with the lock clamps to wake up those glutes. So now it's going to be easier for me to focus on externally rotating my knees and getting my glutes out. But I have to be conscious of that. That's going to make sure my glutes are involved and I'm able to perform the exercise as strong as possible, because my glutes are my biggest muscles. My third tip is what I was talking about, that internal pressure with the trunk. I'm really making sure that even on a belted squat, we don't have to worry about that axial load. It's still, because we don't have the bar on our shoulders, it's still so important to brace. And I think that was a big problem that I wasn't doing in my last video. I wasn't bracing my trunk. I was relying on more flexion through my back and lifting up through my back, which You can get away with it because you don't have the weight on your bar, like a barbell squat or like a front squat, but one, you're not going to perform the exercise efficiently, and you do run the risk of possibly hurting your posterior chain, those lower back muscles. So I'm really making sure that even though I don't have the bar on my back, I'm focusing on internal pressure through my trunk. So I'm really focusing, not tensing my abs, again, getting that internal pressure, which is essentially put your fingers on your obliques and you're trying to hold the air and push it out towards your sides. If you put your fingers around your obliques here, tight, and you should feel tight around that part of the trunk. I'm really focusing on doing that, and that's helping me keep myself more upright. So over the few weeks, I've actually done well in progressively overloading the weight. This is a new weight. I've got 50 kilos on each side. I haven't touched this weight before. Let's see how we go. Let's get it. Okay, that felt good. I'm gonna look back at the footage, but I was really mindful of distribution through my feet, knees slowly rotated out, and I was really focused on that internal trunk pressure. It felt good, I felt upright, but I'm gonna look back at the footage and see how we go. So, there's some of my tips for when it comes to belted squats. Hope that makes sense. Hope you can apply that for yourself if you want to incorporate this exercise. I love this exercise. I find it's really beneficial where barbell squats, I feel like to get to push yourself, I find that you fail biomechanically because to maintain your form and your posture is much harder. I feel like belted squats you can really push yourself. Hack squats, belted squats, Smith machine squats are a great way to not have to worry about so much stability. And you can get away with focusing a little bit more hypertrophy and taking yourself closer to failure. So that was my first set. Got 3 more to go. Anyway guys, we're 12 days out from the wedding. It's exciting times. Hope you're staying on track of your goals. Stay motivated whatever they may be. Keep working hard. And I'll see you guys in the next video. The last natty.
The last melon.
Check me out. See ya.